Mark Hamill, really level-headed guy, no TDS at all. Was trying to work out, still trying to work out in his head how he got done dirty in Return of the Jedi, not Return of
the Last Jedi.
Last Jedi. I tried to erase it from my head.
Fucking brain fart at the same time.
Oh my god!
Rough.
What's that movie called? I can't remember.
Man, is this what TDS does to you? It makes you like,
yikes.
Yeah.
He's also like fucking 73 or something.
Yeah, and lots of alcohol does that.
I know you're only 27 years old, Shad, but
he could do his hair if he was.
No, his eyes are kind of sunken.
Yeah, Shad's 63, so he'll find out in about 10 years.
Yeah.
It is funny because everybody thinks Shad looks way older than he fucking is, and here he's he's really let himself go, hasn't he?
I am aging with grace. All right.
There you go. That's what I tell my girl every day.
Like a fine boxed wine.
Exactly. You know, got the gray and the
That's turned to vinegar.
So, for one, I mean, Jeremy and I might have judged Rian Johnson a little harshly, okay, considering what we've seen from Mark Hamill since The Last Jedi. It's like, okay, maybe I get it a little bit.
I regret feeling sympathy for Mark Hamill back during the height of The Last Jedi days. I have no sympathy for Mark Hamill. I look back on all of his frustrating interviews, and it does make me go, perhaps I treated you too harshly, Rian Johnson.
Yes.
Because Mark
and Daisy
Hamill's
Ridley.
A piece of
for
shit.
completely different reasons. Daisy Ridley. Maybe we'll all right.
She's got a nice ass.
No, I'm gonna judge Disney for covering up that ass. I mean, like, what the fuck?
Marketed her better. Yeah. Show her ass a little bit. Come on.
But yeah, Mark's still trying to justify his turn in The Last Jedi, where he had a bad dream, and he tries to justify. So he gives us a little plot that might work a little better.
So I made up a much darker backstory that I thought could justify him being that way. You want to hear what it was?
Spill it, Hamill.
I thought, what could make someone give up a devotion to what is basically a religious entity, to give up being a Jedi? Well, the love of a woman. So he falls in love with a woman. He gives up being a Jedi. They have a child together. At some point, the child, as a toddler, picks up an unattended lightsaber, pushes the button, and is killed instantly. The wife is so full of grief, she kills herself.
I have not heard this. This is the first time I heard it. I've seen it going around, and I just don't fucking care enough. This is an anti-gun message.
Absolutely.
Let it finish. He gets into it. Yeah,
the first time I've seen this. I have not heard this. So
100%.
So good.
I thought that would be, because I think about, I hear these horrible stories about these children that find unattended guns and so forth.
Yeah, because we all leave them just like hanging out on the nightstand.
I appreciate him trying, but I mean, hear me out on this one. Hear me out on this one, guys. If you want to make it work a little better, you have Luke Skywalker have a wife. Let's just, for argument's sake, call her Mara Jade. And they have a son. Let's just call him Ben. And then he goes to the whorehouse in Andor season 1 and fucks one of the strippers. And they have a baby. And then Luke Skywalker wants to terminate the pregnancy. But the stripper doesn't want to terminate the pregnancy, and she grows up to be a character called, we'll say for the sake of argument, Rey. And then Rey and Luke meet on the island. Hey, I'm trying to, like, this is the pro-life message here. So he learns the mistake of his ways and sees the value of life, and Rey and them connect over it. Does that work a little better?
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
I think so.
You're supposed to be a responsible lightsaber owner and lock it up.
Yeah. You gotta separate the crystal from the
here, guys. Okay, I'm just like, come on, Chad,
that was no inspiration. That sounds way too fantastical to ever happen.
So I legitimately had not heard this from Mark Hamill, because I just don't give a fuck about anything he has to say anymore. And so I heard this going around, and I was like, he's just still trying to justify it. The fact that he's making it political still is unbelievable. So through his cope, he's still doing his democratic.
He's terminal.
shit.
He's terminal.
This dude is gone.
I fucking love how he started that too. He's like, I made up more fan fiction for Luke. Do you want to hear about it? And I was like,
Go ahead, Hamill. Go ahead, Hamill.
No.
Yeah, go on another fucking rant, buddy. Okay.
I do think it's funny that they fucked up Luke Skywalker so bad that in order to try to desperately justify how this character could get to here, he's like, well, obviously his kid accidentally killed himself and then his wife killed himself in front of him. Like, that's the only kind of thing. It's a very disturbed thing to go to.
It actually is true, yeah.
Like the lengths you have to go to justify how Luke Skywalker turned out the way he did is funny.
Yeah, he's accidentally making our point about how bad this fucking whole thing is because of the justification he's jumping through.
But that is like the beginning and towards the end of that segment of the interview. That's why he's talking about that, about how I didn't understand why this character was doing this and I didn't agree with the vision. So he basically said that Rian Johnson gave him his blessing to create this backstory to put him in the mindset of playing that character.
Wow.
Jeez.
Whatever you do to get yourself there.
It's unbelievable. Like, I still can't comprehend it. How did you not understand the level of importance that this sequel trilogy would carry? How?
Yeah, but never mind that. If his story was the kid picked up the unattended lightsaber, number one, fame on you. And then the story was, because of this, his wife killed himself. I have a question. Why did you therefore then want to murder your fucking nephew?
Yeah,
dude,
exactly.
This will protect him from
Jeremy,
lightsabers.
To your point, sir, here we are here at the end. We are in the apathy phase of Star Wars. We are in the apathy phase of Star Trek. We are entering it with Marvel. And this is the shit we were talking about and trying to bring up. Like, every fan in the chat was waving our hands around going, don't fucking do this. We want to keep giving you money. And they're like, fuck you. We're the professionals. We know better than you do. And they didn't care. They didn't care enough to do the research. They didn't care enough to listen to the fans. They decided to cope by blaming the fans for their failures over and fucking over again. And now they're going to have to deal with the consequences because you can't undo this. You can't unmake the soup. We've all seen this shit. You can go erase it and can it all you want. Too late. We already fucking saw it. We've already seen emotional Spock. We've already seen Luke drinking titty milk. We've already seen all this shit. We've already seen the Doctor change from a woman to a fucking gay black dude, and there's no way to fix it now. And we were trying to tell you, we like this stuff for years, and what, as fans, media literate fucking retards out there, as fans, we do understand it because we've watched it for years. We've read all the comic books. We've read all the fucking books. Yes, we do know what the fuck we're talking about. We might have different interpretations here and there, and you'll hear that with our Superman arguments, but ultimately the fans understood and cared more about the legacy than they do, and they spent billions, and now they're going to make millions. And they get what they deserve. And what sucks, though, is we like this stuff and we wanted it to continue. And it's the bigger picture is how it's affecting Hollywood overall, culturally. I heard him mentioning it on Open Bar last night. We are at a cultural dead end right now. We're at a cultural dead end with music, with publishing, with comics. And while there's still some good stuff coming out, it's not really groundbreaking or innovative. Nothing's pushing the envelope at all because they're just repeating shit. It's the equivalent of rolling the fucking Rolling Stones out, the 2 that are left or 3 that are left in their fucking 80s playing. That's not helping rock. That's not helping music at all. And we're in this algorithm age, and the only natural thing is for it to break up, is for it to decentralize, and we'll make our own entertainment. And that, it's good, but it also sucks because I would have liked to see more good Star Wars. I would have liked to see more good Doctor Who. I would have supported it all day long. I would have been fucking the Rings of Power's biggest fucking fan if it was good. And unfortunately, it wasn't. They didn't listen because they didn't care. And now they're going to lose their industry over it. And they should. They haven't pushed the envelope or developed anything or broke any ground or done anything in the last decade.
Yep.
And you can't go that long.
The thing with Hollywood is if it's only got one set of ideas, that's the only thing they can create. You can't be original. Every original idea you come up with is simply you deconstructing other things you experienced and recombining them into a new thing. So he goes to gun violence because that's what's on his mind. That's what he cares about. But everybody in Hollywood cares about that. And so you'll never have new people who talk to each other and combine things from all over the place with various different ideas to make something completely original. All they'll do is reinvent the same things in their own bubble time and time and time again, and maybe add a little bit onto it to make it slightly different. And it's the case of the people that broke it can't fix it because you need somebody with entirely new ideas from an entirely different perspective.
You also need people that are willing to take risks, and a lot of the guys that were risk takers and could see the genius of an idea are gone. They either got Me Too'd, or they left the industry because they were sick of all the identity politics, or they got blacklisted because they argued and said things against somebody that they weren't supposed to. So they're not there anymore. So everybody that works there now were all the people that were waiting to backstab somebody else to take their positions, and they're so terrified of losing their jobs that they won't take any risks. So somebody could walk up with a fucking golden script idea that could absolutely work and please the fans, and they'll go, nah, that's too risky. We can't do that.
We talk about creativity, right? And talk about reinventing the wheel. You've recently just bought the Transformers comic. You've seen what it's like. It's great, isn't it?
It's fucking fantastic. It's one of the best comics I've read in years.
Yeah, issue 1 has just completed its 12th printing.
Jesus Christ. See?
Holy shit.
But again,
That's
it
really
was just
good.
You know what it was? It was, let's have the Transformers be the Transformers and take a very respective look at. Now they are doing something very different, but this was a toy. This was a fucking the cartoon was a commercial for a toy, and now it's a sophisticated comic book. So it took this long, and all you had to do was put it in talented hands. That's all you needed to do.
Amazing what happened to do that.
Nerderotic.com. Please subscribe.